for part 2 of this live podcast. It is my honor and pleasure to bring up an actress, a musician, a songwriter, just a Hawaiian badass. She's also a native, but and we're gonna hear a story. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Sydney Agudong, everybody. Come on up here. Come on up here. How are you? That microphone is yours.
Hello, aloha guys. My name is Sydney. Hello, thanks for letting me be on this podcast
Oh
today.
my God, this is a huge honor for me. So, a little backstory. Some of you may know I was on a TV show called Comic Book Men, which took place in filmmaker Kevin Smith's comic book shop in New Jersey. So, in addition to being a podcaster and just a pop culture personality, Kevin also makes a lot of movies. You may have seen like Clerks or Mallrats, Chasing Amy. You guys might know Jen Silent Bob. So last year, Kevin filmed and completed his latest film called The 430 Movie, which is about him and his friends when they're 16-year-olds sneaking to R-rated movies, just kind of rolling into movies. And right before he started filming, he texted me. He's like, "Hey Ming, can you speak Chinese?" I'm like, "Listen, man, I was born in Cleveland." And you know, I was raised an American kid, didn't really speak a lot of Chinese, but I know enough to order alcohol at a bar. I know enough to find the bathroom, and I know enough Chinese to flirt with women, like Asian women.
Oh, so you're set.
Yeah, so he's like, all right, that's good enough, stay tuned. And I was like, that was a really weird text. So little did I know, he had written a part for me in the 430 movie, his next movie, where I play a Chinese restaurant owner, and I yell at the female lead in Chinese because she's goofing off. That female lead turned out to be Sydney's sister, Sienna, and so I got to act with your sister, which was weird because so me and your sister are talking,
which is wild.
Yeah,
what
and I'm
heck?
like, hey, so where are you from? She's like, oh, I'm from Hawaii. I'm like, really? That's cool. I'm like, what island? She's like, Kauai. I'm like, oh, I went to a Comic Con there once. She's like, wait a minute, I know that con. Do you know the Yamasato family? I'm like, you know the Yamasato family? Like, yeah. The mom taught me, was my preschool teacher.
Yeah.
I'm friends with her kid Sophie.
Yeah.
And I was just blown away. And so the whole family is here. I sent Kevin the group shot of us.
That's so funny.
I was like, hey, greetings from the Agudong family and me. And he was like, hi. He's like, are you in Hawaii? I was like, yes, Kevin, I am in Hawaii. You should be here too. So I think.
I know, seriously. I want to meet him now. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Crazy.
I'm hoping you get to work with him as well.
Me too.
So I didn't know until 2 days ago that Sienna had a sister, and her sister's a very amazing actress and singer-songwriter.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, and so which is amazing. And so I guess I'm gonna jump to it. So you're in a new movie coming out very soon, correct?
I want to say. I mean, I guess like time has gone by so fast.
Yeah.
So I guess soon is 2025 is soon.
Yeah,
I guess.
yeah.
I mean, I feel like nothing's really like set or anything yet.
Yeah.
But
Are you allowed to? I guess at IMDb, are you allowed to tell
yeah,
everybody what you're
I mean,
doing?
I think like the news like is out and
Okay.
stuff like that. I mean, like just like certain details. But I'm wearing the shirt, so
Yeah,
I mean, like
yeah. Your mom's wearing the hat.
So I think in 2025 we'll have the Lilo and Stitch live animated movie coming out, or live action movie, which I'm super excited about.
Yeah.
I'm like an OG fan. Like it came out in 2002, and since I was, I think one, like my mom and dad can like proclaim to this, but I literally like the first baby contest. We have like a county fair,
Yeah.
and the Kauai County Fair always has like a healthy baby contest and whatever. And like I think I was 1 year old.
Yeah.
And the thing that I decided to dress up as for like my first contest ever was Lilo. And I literally walked on stage as Lilo. And so it was like, that was like my, like, she was like my soul growing up
yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah,
and
native
then,
Hawaiian.
yeah,
Awesome.
everything.
Yeah.
Well, her spirit too. I mean, like she's this 6-year-old like precocious thing. And I think like the story in general with like Lilo and Stitch is like awesome, wonderful. It's got like a mix of family and aliens. What the heck? Like,
yeah, but
like
yeah.
how do you? And it's Hawaii. Like what?
Yeah, but all about Ohana though.
Yes, that's the coolest part about it. Like, and then so growing up, like Nani specifically was like the big sister that I looked up to growing up. And I think she was like, she honestly was someone I idolized and also was a little bit intimidated by.
Sure.
Because she's kind of a bad.
Yeah, you don't mess with
You
Nani.
know, she's
you don't
like,
mess with
no.
Nani. No.
That's why. So like, I think when I ended up getting the audition, I was like, no way, I'm gonna get this, whatever. But I connected to the sister.
You auditioned for Nani.
Yeah.
And
it was a long process, and somehow I'm here, and I got
you're
it.
playing Nani. That's so amazing.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's so amazing. How did this come about? The audition?
I mean, it was a national casting process, so it was like worldwide. They searched worldwide for it. They were obviously trying to look for people that were from Hawaii, and try to keep that sacred too. And somehow, like I got a self-tape for it. I did it in November of 2023.
Yeah.
I think
about a year ago, yeah.
Yeah, and then oh no.
2 years ago.
No, yeah, November 2022, and then
time flies.
we did we did chem reads with like 6 different Lilos that came in, and the funniest part about this too was out of this whole worldwide casting process, we had chem reads for the sister, and because they were trying to cast Lilo and Nani first.
Right, and so they want to make sure you had the same chemistry you see.
Right. And somehow, I hadn't seen my sister in like 6 months. She had gone to New York to do NYU and did all that stuff.
Yeah.
What brought us together, which we both didn't know, was that we both were up for Nani, and we were the last 2 choices for Nani.
You were competing.
We were competing against each other for the big sister role.
Sister versus sister.
I was like, what is happening?
It's like Star Wars, right?
Yeah.
Like like sibling versus,
Yeah, and you're also like, well, this is kind of a conundrum, because like Nani's whole purpose is that she's like, her whole life is for Lilo. Like she's the soul guardian, she's living for, they're like working, the whole movie is like trying to keep these 2 sisters from being pulled apart, you know what I mean? And so I'm also like, I'm like the older sister, and like, how am I supposed to be going for a role where like my role is to like be the older sister, yet I'm competing against my sister? Does that not seem weird?
It's like almost like a Greek tragedy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But it was such a cool thing too, and it ended up being such a wonderful thing. It brought us both really close and like closer together, and I think like honestly doing that, it was both a dream role for both of us, obviously. And I think like we both were just like kind of in awe and in shock that like 2 island girls like were the last 2, and like, you know, that one of us was gonna get it, and it would be like a Kauai person was going to be able to represent, you know?
Right.
So that was really cool.
I learned yesterday, Hana Pepe, I went to the art walk yesterday. The Hana Pepe is
it's
the
still
background.
Up.
That's Lilo and Stitch. That's where it takes place. Like someone was like, hey, next time you're there, next time you watch the movie, look in the background. You were there.
It's so wild, man.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And I got to talk to Tia Correa.
That was my next question.
Yeah.
So you got to meet her, obviously. What was that meeting like? She's the original voice.
Yeah, so Tia Correa is the original voice of Nani.
But you might know her from Wayne's World. And
absolutely. She's a hoot. I love her. She's an absolute auntie, and I love her. She's amazing. She's so funny. She also has like a beautiful voice as well. But she, like, I actually got on the phone with her because I wanted to talk to her about like, I wanted her to kind of give me like a blessing. Yeah. You know, because like she created the voice of Nani.
Yeah,
and
that was
like
her,
and she brought in like Aloha Oi with their one song that they have on the hammock where they're saying goodbye right before. And so like there's a lot of things that I wanted to talk to her about and like kind of get her guidance on it. And she like it was funny too because when I got on the phone with her, she was like, I don't know what you're asking me for, because like she's like, you're it at this point. Like she's like I was just a voice. This was like 10 years ago, like, or 20 years ago. She's like, girl, like, you know, I don't know. And I was like, you're kidding me. What's going on right now?
She originated the character. And, you know, you're trying to fit the same vibe.
Yeah.
And I, you know, when someone starts it, you want to do it justice. Correct?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I think the coolest part about like this being like a live action movie is that like you get a chance to reimagine the world in such a wider space, because takes it from 2D to 3D, and it takes it from fantasy to real life. I
Yeah.
mean, like it's not just about like the beautiful animations and everything like that, and it
Yeah.
being such a fun adventure. It's like truly it becomes like these two sisters are fighting to like be pulled apart, and then all of a sudden,
Yeah,
next
this-
thing you
this
know,
thing just
a
comes out of
freaking
nowhere.
alien ship comes crashing down, and you're
Yes.
like, well, how the heck do I try to like save my sister from something I don't even know?
Yeah,
Like,
right.
what?
Yeah, and the world possibly.
Yeah, truly.
Right?
Yeah. So I mean, it's. I was extremely grateful yeah, I was extremely grateful to be a part of it. It was truly like an absolute dream come true. Like I can't even imagine life. Like oh my gosh, it was insane.
Yeah, so it'll be out. Is there a release date announced yet?
No.
Oh, so 2025. We can wait.
2025 to hold on hope for it, which honestly, it's July already. I think
Right.
it's gonna move pretty fast.
Yeah, and you know, and you were there. I'm sure Disney, you know, they did
Yeah.
this. It's going to be pretty huge.
Yeah.
Which, so congratulations on that.
Thank you.
How did you and your sister do? Is acting in your family? I mean, you guys are both powerhouse. I don't know if you have a brother out there or any members of your family that act.
I think I really don't exactly know.
Okay, so you know, is it the water from the Waialua River?
You know,
that, like, made
honestly,
you guys awesome, or
maybe.
what? Is it the
I
spam
think-
musubi that makes you really act really well?
I think that's the cool thing about Kauai, though, is that like everybody, especially like Kauai in general. I mean, I think like our whole community is like really based around love and arts and like trying to like keep like music and
Yeah.
dance. Like the culture is alive, and I think that like that's like a huge thing. Is like people like we make fun of each other. Like that's what we do. Like
Yeah,
like
we do that
it's
in New Jersey,
good
too.
tough love. Yeah, it's good nutrition. Like
I got a whole TV show out of us making fun of each other.
Yeah, but that's it. Like that's what brings us together. Cause like nobody wants anything filtered anymore. Like I mean,
No.
like we're here because we're grounded and
Yeah.
we're like we're connected to our roots.
Like, what's the acting community like here in Kauai? I know. Well, I know. I as far as there's only one movie theater here. I passed it in Waimea.
Thank God Waimea is there, and thank God it's doing
Yeah,
well
there-
now.
yeah,
Go Waimea Theater!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, go see Furiosa playing there now.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't. Is there like a theater community? What's the acting community like? You're like, how do you get into acting in Kauai?
No, that's a good question. I mean, I think like we started off. I mean, me and my sister started off pretty young. We started doing like talent shows. I mean, we were kind of performing on and off stage. Like we would do like flag football. We do like soccer and stuff
everything.
and all that. Yeah, and then at night we do pageants and we do
Yeah.
all that stuff. So that started to like kind of like bring us into like performing and such. And then like I think also at home, like you're always doing the home videos, and then you're like dancing around either like I don't know, like my sister pulled my pants over her shoulders and started running around like I don't know, like playing songs and things like that. But as we grew up, I was introduced to HCT, which is Hawaii Children's Theater. That's still up and running, and it's growing.
Right. Shout out to
And
HCT.
thank God for that, because they have a program called Summer Stars. They do fall productions, fall program. And then we also have like KCP, which is like the Kauai Community Players,
Yeah.
a whole bunch of stuff that like keeps the theater companies alive.
Yeah.
And I think that's honestly what got us to consistently start doing all of that stuff and exploring and enjoying like things like this, you
Right.
know? So I think that's kind of what got us started in it. And then we just by the luck of God or so, like we had a dance teacher that ended up bringing a manager down from LA
Yeah.
to do a workshop, and I did a workshop, and then she ended up scouting us both out.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
They saw something in both of you.
Yeah, and so we went to LA, we did the whole thing, we got an agent, we started going back and forth. I was in middle school, my sister was
so
in
you
elementary.
flew 6 hours back and forth for auditions?
Yeah.
Wow.
We would stay from like a week to
Okay,
like
yeah.
2 months, like constantly, yeah.
That's amazing. Well, shout out. I imagine your parents probably
I
went
know.
with you, so that's
Exactly.
Shout out to
No,
them.
seriously. It's been definitely like a huge journey. And like someone was saying, I think Mimi Chan was actually saying that she's like, overnight success is not a thing. Like
Nope.
you put in the work for
Yeah.
sure. And it's a group effort. So that's the one thing is like having my family and the support has been insane.
Ohio,
Wouldn't
yeah,
be able
shout
to
out
do
to
it
the
without
family.
it. Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Yeah. So are you in LA now?
I'm half-half. I still have
Half-half,
storage.
okay.
I have a car somewhere on a street. I hope it's not taken.
I think I was there the other day. I think I saw it. It's still there.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
saw it the
Okay,
other-
good,
that was
good,
the
good, good,
other
good.
day.
Awesome. I got AAA on hand, so I'm
Okay.
good. Good.
Is there anything from being from Kauai? Is there any like being from? Has that helped your acting at all?
Oh, yeah.
Any point like 'cause
Keeps
that's-
me humble.
Okay, it's very unique. That,
Yeah,
you know, not
keeps me humble.
I don't know how many actors out there are auditioning for native
Yeah.
Kauai residents.
I mean, I think like the community, Kauai, I really has so many talented people, and I think it like we just need more exposure to
Yeah.
it. And I think Oahu is building up the industry a
Right,
lot,
yeah.
and it's been insane, especially working on Lilo and Stitch, and then having so many people working from the Hawaii community, and
Yeah.
like I was blown away that like it's such a huge, beautiful, close knit family that they've created.
Yeah.
And we are talented people, like hardworking, talented, passionate people. And that's just one of those things that I think needs to keep being promoted, really.
Yeah,
So,
and I love how you guys, especially in the arts or just a lot of self-starters here
Yeah.
in Kauai, you guys all support each other.
it really just takes the heart, it takes the hard work, and it takes like the passion and the support, I really think. And then I think like it really is teamwork.
That's amazing. What are you working on now? Is there anything that you're working on now?
There is.
That you can talk about.
Right.
Hollywood, very secretive community. You can't talk about it a lot until it comes out. Or
I
until the
know.
press
Next
release.
year, hopefully more
Yeah.
things I can talk about. But I actually have another movie that got it's not released yet, but it's releasing in the fall, and it's called At Her Feet. It's a smaller indie project, and it's based around the Big Island. And I actually played the complete opposite, and I'm an archaeologist, and me and both my boyfriend and me go on this adventure, and then we get caught up, and then there's a ki'i involved, and then there's a bunch of like trying to survive lava and
Yeah,
volcano
wow,
eruption.
adventure.
Yeah, for sure. We were filming on oh my gosh, now I'm gonna forget. Kalapana. We were filming on Kalapana, which is like major lava rock fields.
Yeah.
And stuff. But so it was hardcore, but it was really, really cool. So that'll be coming out fall. I'm trying to think of some other things that are going on.
That you can talk about.
Yeah. Oh, I have another movie that I'm about to film that we're doing in LA, and it's a quick one, but it's called Ether, and it's like gonna be really cool. It's super extremely opposite to Lilo and Stitch, that's for
Yeah.
sure.
Well, yeah.
But-
well, acting.
Huh?
Acting, right?
Yeah, I know,
acting
exactly.
different roles.
Well, that's the beautiful thing about it too, is like I think like I'm like this is again like the dream role, like is Nani Pelekai, and
Yeah.
like but to start off that I'm like, gosh, where do I go now? Like, to embody her, and then yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
That's the goal for sure.
I have no doubt. Well, it's an honor having you and your family here.
Oh, gosh,
when Aaron
same.
told me you guys were coming, like I was already beyond happy to come to Kauai, and he was, but that just made my year.
Oh my
For sure.
God.
And I don't know, it's weird. It's just weird how life works out.
Yeah.
Like what fate, right?
And
Fate,
also the
destiny.
fact that you met my sister before anybody else is on a movie.
in New Jersey. And
Yeah.
I got to act with her.
That's
I got
wild.
to yell at her. I taught her some Chinese.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, and so be on the lookout for the 4:30 movie. Be on
Yeah,
the lookout for Lilo
absolutely.
Stitch and everything else you're working on. And I imagine you're on social media. And
Yes.
people follow you all over.
Yeah, I'm like, it's underneath my artist handle. It's Who is Jane Doe, because we never know.
Who is Jane Doe?
Yeah.
I love it.
So yeah, because I also do music as well. So
Yes.
that's where that's
What
about.
are you working on musically? Can we find your stuff on Spotify?
Yeah, I
or-
have one song out. If anybody knows about writing music or being an artist, it's never ending. It's always really hard to let go of your work of art and not be a perfectionist. So
Right.
I'm constantly critiquing and
Okay.
constantly trying to do stuff. But the one song that I do have out, it's called Cliche Enough, but truly the cliches are real. Welcome to Hollywood.
Welcome to Hollywood. Okay, be on the lookout. Just do a
Yeah.
search.
So
Bookmark
it
put in
should
your
be.
favorites.
Yeah, it should be. Hopefully, it should be on all platforms and stuff. But it's basically like my true experience of like coming to Hollywood and like dreams to reality is like can sometimes be a really tough journey, but it is worth it in the end.
Yeah. Well, much luck and success
Thank
to you, my
you.
friend. It's a huge honor meeting you and your family. Maybe we'll work together someday.
Yeah, that'd be
That'd be
amazing.
really amazing. But thank you for being here at Kauai Comic Con.
Oh my God.
And you know, we may have tables next to each other next year.
Yeah, that'd be
how
so
cool would that
rad.
be?
Oh my
How
gosh,
cool
that'd
would
be
that
amazing.
Yeah,
That would be
for
so
sure.
cool.
But thank you for being here. Thank you for your awesome family
Oh
for
my
being
gosh.
here. Thank you guys for being here.
Yeah, thank you guys
And,
so much.
Yeah, thank you guys. Kauai Comic Con 2024.
Yeah, let's
Sydney
go.
Agudong, everybody. Thank you guys, and I'll be out there. We'll see you guys out there soon.
Sounds good.
Thank you so much, my friend.
Thank you so much.